28-day moon cycles, and there's 13 per year. So when you think of your calendar and you have 12 months, where is the missing month? Because you have 13 moon cycles per year, so where is the missing month? It's something we don't think about. You have 13 28-day moon cycles, but you only have 12 months in a year. Where is the off month? And this is why when I say connecting to the moon energy, you can see that the same cycle happens every single time. So where is that month that we're missing? And then you start to say, well, what season are we actually in then? Because if we're always missing basically a month all the time, then that would mean our timeline is very incorrect, or our calendar is very incorrect as well. You know, and as somebody just said, we switched to the Gregorian calendar and we messed up all our cycles. Yes, we did. And that's the thing. We don't even know what day or year we are in. This is where it gets crazy. You know, someone could say, well, today's 2023. According to who? Who told you we're in 2023? And then, what month are we actually in? And if you create this confusion, you can then control the people because they start to believe, well, I'm in 2023. Well, what happens if you were in 2023? Like 1023?
Wow.
Then what? You'd really start thinking things different. Because, you know, if you start thinking about the calendar and now everything's thrown off, you'd start there and go, oh my gosh, wait a minute, this is what year we're in?
Yeah.
Wait, what month are we in? And then we start going, oh, well, what season am I in? And then who created that up too? Who made up that number? You know, that's the other part. You sit there and go, maybe what happens if we're in like 5046? You know? And then you sit there and you think you're still driving a car with 20 miles to the gallon in 5046.
Hi family, welcome to yet another creepy and scary TikTok videos that will make you think the whole day. Let us watch, guys. Guys, I always knew that the mysteries at the underworld, the water underworld, is creepier than what we know, because there are so many mysteries in there that we are yet to discover. Because it is said that we've already discovered just 13% of the deepest mystery of the ocean, guys. So there are so many things that we are yet to discover.
A lot of people don't know a lot of stuff about Hollywood, and there's a lot of conspiracies that I don't go around and talk about. You and I don't talk about the 8 Obamas.
Yep.
There were initially was one, and then they realized they needed doubles for safety, security.
Yep.
And then the doubles were very intelligent, smarter than the original. And the original Obama, being the considerate, thoughtful person he was, said, you guys are better than me at this. Oh. And he said, you carry on, go on, do it.
That makes sense.
And that's why he's everywhere all the time and so productive. And
he was manufactured by Hollywood? Is this linked to Hollywood or?
Oh yeah,
because all your
everything
conspiracies
goes back to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Everything goes back to, well, originally a lot of it goes back to Australia and its founding on Alcatraz.
On Alcatraz.
Do you believe in science?
I mean, it's kind of.
Do you believe that there's such a thing as science, that it could be done, that you could do an experiment?
Oh no.
No. Of course you can't.
No.
There's no such thing.
Yeah, and it's aggravating to me to people who believe in theories and hypotheses.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a theory or a hypothesis.
Right.
I don't, long ago I realized medicine is bunko. It's a bunko game. And I go to the pharmacy and I just take random pills. And I'm as lucky and healthy as any person who's ever been alive.
Oh.
By the way, have you ever gone into a lab?
Oh, God,
There's no one in there, ever. Yeah. They're all empty.
That's the last place you're going to catch me.
Have you ever gone to a graduate school or a NASA? There's not a soul there. No. Not a soul there.
They're just taking the money, taking government money, right?
There's nobody at the government either.
What?
I was in Washington, D.C. I mean, there's tourists. But I didn't see a senator. I didn't see a congressman. And I certainly didn't see a president or 2 or 3 or 5 or how many? 46?
Yeah.
I didn't see 46 presidents.
46.
There's 46 presidents, right? That's what they say.
Yep.
Shouldn't you run into one once in a while?
I have a theory.
Guys, what they're saying really seems true. Now, when you connect the dots, these conspiracy theories, they are very true, guys. They're about medicine, and then about the president, about the NASA. Guys, what do you think about this, guys? What do you think about this?
That the Mandela effect is used to see how much of history can be altered in front of our eyes. Here's a prime example of one of that. There's this woman on TikTok who was going crazy because she swore the Fruit of the Loom had a cornucopia logo. And to the point that even Fruit of the Loom themselves put a timeline of all their logos and it never had a cornucopia. And this woman went hard. Her therapist told her, yo, you need to chill out. You need to just drop this. So she went through all of her old clothing, and lo and behold, she found a shirt with the Fruit of the Loom with the cornucopia logo on it. That shows me, like, yo, I think the Mandela effect is an operation that's running around right now to see how much of history can be altered right in front of our eyes without us noticing. And then they gaslight the public and be like, nope, this never happened. Damn, I didn't think about it like that. Yeah, bro, people are thinking about it very little, like, oh, it's the Berenstain Bears or the Berenstein Bears or Jiffy or Jif's peanut butter. No, it's much larger than that, guys. They're using this to see, oh, if we can get people to forget certain primary things about their childhood, what can we do with history?
Yeah, guys, I know for sure that the history that we know today has been altered. I know for sure, guys. As in a previous video, we all saw that time has been altered, right? Even the calendar is not even real. Same as this, I believe that the big dogs, the Illuminati and the rest, they are trying, guys, they have altered history and made us believe what they want us to believe, guys. This is just crazy.
DNA test. Courtney denied everything. She didn't want to take a DNA test for it. And still hasn't.
The GOAT conspiracy theory.
Anything involving the government and 9/11, the government and MLK, the government and Kennedy, any of that,
I got my conspiracy theories that they, those where we can't go as humans, like where it's too cold and all that type of stuff. Yeah, I still think they got people out there, and I heard that they got little bases out there. I ain't gonna say who. I heard that a certain group of people got certain stuff out there. So I'm trying to figure out how to get into that group of people.
What about aliens? What you think about aliens?
I wonder what they think about me.
You are alien, bro.
Wow, guys, so this is one of the conspiracy theories, guys, about the Antarctica, guys. So as you all are aware, we believe that there's a kind of people living at that side. It's one of the known conspiracy theories, guys.
Okay, so let's talk, because I really did want to do this topic because last year TikTok and TD Jakes and his whole little fan base came for me, and yeah. So let's go back to last year with Cora Jakes, right? And the whole situation that Cora Jakes is going through with her husband, the allegations, the politicians, the judges that were sitting in the front pew that put that woman into that crazy home and was calling her all types of things because Cora Jakes had more power than her. And when I told y'all When I told y'all the reason why TD Jakes was passing the church down to Sarah because it's supposed to go to Cora, but because Cora had too many political allegations against her and her husband, TD Jakes passed Woman Thou Art Loose down to Sarah. But he not only passed that down to Sarah, he passed the whole damn church down to Sarah. Why? Because he knew when these allegations started to come out that the first thing was going to happen, he was going to lose his congregation and all of his funding. But if it was under Sarah's name, then it couldn't be taken back. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, do y'all see Twitter? Twitter is down. How does a pastor have that much pull to get Twitter taken down? Do y'all believe me now? When Creflo Dollar first came out last year and started exposing himself, I knew it was going to start unraveling. But nah, y'all don't want to believe nobody. When I told y'all about Jaguar Wright, when I told y'all about Orlando Brown, when I told y'all about P. Diddy, y'all want to argue me down in these comments, but not all the information is in y'all face. Y'all coming back on my page like, oh my God, you're right. Of course I was fucking right. I did my homework, my research. I wasn't just going off what somebody else said on their TikTok page. This is the reason why I call myself the conspiracy theorist queen, is because I do my homework, I do my research. For all the naysayers out there, y'all gonna stop.
Did you hear about the Balenciaga missing person?
No.
This is fucked, bro.
Whoa.
So there's a theory that in one of the Balenciaga stores, the mannequin that they have, the one that looks human, is actually a missing person.
Holy shit.
There's this model for Balenciaga. His name is Christopher G. And he posed on so many different ads for Balenciaga, different shoots, everything. But he went missing. And around the same time he went missing, what happens? They have a mannequin in one of the Balenciaga stores that looks exactly like him. Look at this picture.
I've seen pictures of other models, trust me.
So this is a picture of the mannequin.
That Pusha T, fam?
This is of the mannequin, right?
Yeah.
Now this is a picture of him. It looks
What
the
the
exact same.
fuck?
Looks the exact same. And I mean, it's supposed to look the exact same, but that real?
No, this looks too real.
That looks so real, right? Now, this guy's been missing. Family, friends don't know where he's at. Facebook is going wild right now with conspiracy theories because, yo, even just think about what's happened with Balenciaga thus far. Talking about so many, like, satanic occults, you know, talking about what they've done already, some shady business deals. It wouldn't be so far-fetched if they made somebody disappear.
100.
And they used him as a model or as a mannequin in the store. That's crazy.
Did you know?
Guys, so if it is really true, if that mannequin is really that model, then it is really creepy, because we've all watched the video before, guys, and it looks too real. This is the first time I'm seeing such a real mannequin that really looks like a person.
Frozone was actually supposed to die in Incredibles. What? Yeah, so I saw a Reddit post, and we know that all the Omnidroids that Syndrome creates are all created to learn the weaknesses of superheroes. And the first time Mr. Incredible fights the Omnidroid, he beats it pretty easy after it forced him to the volcano. But the reason it forced him to the volcano is because the theory is that the first Omnidroid was supposed to kill Frozone and not Mr. Incredible. Because Mirage knows from spying on Frozone and Mr. Incredible that Frozone cannot use his powers in hot places. And that's why the first Omnidroid was lava-proof, and it had a blue eye, showing it was made for Frozone.
It did have a blue eye.
Yeah, and when Mirage is spying on Mr. Incredible and Frozone, if you listen closely, she's only spying on Frozone because she says he's not alone. The fat guy is still with him, and him is referring to Frozone.
All this time I didn't realize she was talking about Frozone.
And when Mr. Incredible fights the second Omnidroid, it's a lot stronger than the first, and was about to kill him. And the second one also had a red eye, showing it was specifically made for Mr. Incredible.
That's a good theory.
What?
Yeah, guys, I've watched it before, but wow, this never crossed my mind. Wow, that's amazing theory, guys.
What if I told you that escalators do not exist and that they are actually an illusion that our brains force us to accept? You'd call me crazy, right? Hear me out. In everyday life, we use escalators, going to the subway, airport, the mall, even the movies. These places that we love, they all have escalators. But there's also a sinister side that may be lurking within these moving metal stairs. In 2012, theoretical physicist Dr. Ligma Bowles came to the conclusion that escalators are not tangible, but rather elaborate illusions created by the collective subconscious. According to his whimsical theory, when people approach what appears to be an escalator, their minds collectively generate a shared hallucination, creating the sensation of ascending or descending effortlessly. What's your thoughts on this theory? Is it possible that we all are moving through frequencies by just using one part of our brain? Or is this a load of baleine? Let us know below.
Did you guys hear
Oh, guys. Just crazy.
about this? Apparently, the Florida Zoo just got caught hiding a centaurs in their underground hidden stable and plan to release it to the public view next week. It all started 3 days ago when a man named Michael Jordan was working his normal job, cleaning the stables of all the exotic horses. Then suddenly his broom broke. When he went to look for a new broom in the supply closet, he noticed a door he hadn't seen before with the words "Do not enter" written on it. He knew he shouldn't, but he let his curiosity take over him and opened the door. And to his surprise, there was a massive hidden area with empty cages and exhibits that had been abandoned for years. After exploring for a while, he noticed a light coming from one of the fields. Since he was already invested, he decided to continue down his path. What he saw next will blow your mind. Standing in front of him was a strong male centaur that looked like he had been nurtured for years. Suddenly, the centaurs stared at Michael with a face of anger and rage. Immediately, the man tried sending a SOS message out on his iPhone 19, but the centaurs was too fast. Thankfully, the footage was recovered from the iCloud, and I have the footage. To see the footage follow this account, then press share, then more, then photo.
Guys, iPhone 19. Oh, okay. So, guys, let me know your opinion below. Can such centaurs exist? Because if they exist, then really, this is another conspiracy theory, guys.
Conspiracy theory, the phantom time hypothesis. Here is the question: could a significant portion of history be fabricated, and are we living in a time that never actually existed? And here comes the answer. Explore the phantom time hypothesis, which suggests that a portion of our past has been intentionally misstated or omitted, leading to a distorted perception of historical events.
The Attack on Titan show was based on a Japanese legend of giants during World War II. There's islands by Japan and Australia called the Solomon Islands, and during World War II, that's where the Japanese were stationed. So many Japanese soldiers had stories of them seeing like 8 to 15 foot tall giants with like black and brown and red hair. They called them Titans. So then a researcher went to the Solomon Islands during the 70s and he wrote a book about it. He asked the locals about the legends of the giants. They said there's giants that live in the deep jungles of the islands because those are parts of the islands that nobody ever been to. They said there's like caves that they said that they lived in, and like they was talking about how giants will come into the towns and like the villages and they would eat people. The village leaders and chiefs would send like soldiers out to go kill them, but every time they would be less and less and less. And then the researcher was saying over the like thousands of years, the giants were like using humans as like livestock and eating them. Like they ate so many humans that they couldn't like breed together. So that's why there's not a lot of like people there.
Dr. Oh, okay. Because guys, that's anime I've watched before and it's just an amazing anime. So if you are an anime fan, then and if you never watch this anime, then I would suggest you watch it. It's just an amazing anime. So if this is based on an actual methodology, then I think it is really nice.
Death, which is based on a true story, has finally returned with season 2, but I still have so many questions. Dr. Paolo Macchiarini created what many people didn't think was possible and gave people another chance at life. Well, at least that's what they thought. Dr. Paolo's charm stopped many people from seeing his manipulation and lies. His professionalism was also questioned when he began a relationship with a journalist who also believed everything he told her. But it wasn't long until she began noticing the lies in Dr. Paolo's personal and professional life. What I love about Dr. Death is that each season focuses on a different doctor, their patients, and the horrific things that they went through. Season 1 was great, but season 2 returns with an intense new story, and you can watch the full season starring Mandy Moore and Edgar Ramirez on December 21st on Peacock.
They will shut down any form of questioning and investigation that they don't like with 2 simple words: conspiracy theory. Those 2 words get you labeled as a kook. It'll get you deplatformed, canceled, laughed at. And a lot of times you can tell what the government wants to hide by tracking what gets labeled a conspiracy.
Wow, guys, and that's the truth, guys. So mostly the facts and the truth, that is the only thing they can do. They'll just label it as a conspiracy theory, and that's it, and they'll just debunk the whole thing. Meanwhile, everything has a fraction of truth somewhere.
Biologists captured a mystical mermaid and tried to keep it a secret. Just a week ago, an explorer discovered something the world will never forget. Kane Vest was a deep-sea explorer from Seattle, Washington. He had heard about a hidden underwater research station that was abandoned in 2003 and decided to investigate. The station was deep in the Pacific Ocean, and Kane spent over an hour diving from his submarine to the station's entrance. He quickly swam through the breached hatch and continued towards the remnants of the research facility. As he approached the main lab, he felt a strange, enchanting melody in the water, but he shrugged it off and continued through the twisted corridors of the facility. While exploring the first level, he noticed old documents floating in the water. Among them, he found researcher logs detailing observations of the mermaid, its magical abilities, and their growing apprehension. Kane decided to venture deeper. From behind a corroded metal door, he heard faint melodious singing and the sound of water swirling rhythmically, resonating through the flooded halls. But nothing prepared him for what he saw next. With a deep breath, he opened the door. A mermaid, entangled in ethereal chains, was gazing straight into Kane's eyes. Kane Vest vanished after discovering a mermaid in an underwater station. His last footage, found on his iPhone 16, showed him being drawn to the singing mermaid before it cut off. Legend says the mermaid's next victim will be the first person who appears when you press this icon at the bottom, then more.
There's a CIA document that came out. It's called The Adam and Eve Story. It basically explains how the world is going to end. Has it been true? Well, it makes sense.
Okay.
They say the world is going to end because the poles, North and South Pole, they shift every 12,000 to 15,000 years. And once they shift, it causes a giant apocalypse, big earthquakes, giant tsunamis. Once the apocalypse happens, we go right back to the Stone Age. So according to this information, the first humans similar to us existed around 10,000 years ago. We were in year 2000. So that means that we're at the year 12,000 right now. And now we see global warming, earthquakes, and so on. What's also mind-blowing is that in the book, it says that we are the 6th civilization that came out of the apocalypse. And that would also explain a lot because the Sahara Desert used to be green and the Antarctica used to have forests. So are we just in a constant loop? That's the exact thing the Bible was talking about, the massive fluid. Also, that's what probably happened to Atlantis. It would make sense for a city in the water if the water wasn't there before. So would you believe me if I told you that
conspiracy theory?
Guys, I pray that this never happens because this conspiracy theory is very creepy. No one wants to die, guys. No one wants to die. But let me know your comments and idea below. Let me know, is it really true? Are you afraid of this conspiracy theory, guys?
Theory plug, because one day info might be like that. First on today's menu, that Obama runts. You know about the movie scripted and produced by Obama. You may even know about the frequency attack. But you probably don't know about this hidden message. Take a look. Don't see it yet? Baal Nimrod worship. And you probably definitely haven't put this gem together. Obama with that post-American world book. Which world are we leaving behind? Good thing there's not an American Civil War movie back-to-back followed up. Secret elite communication. Also, did anybody see the scene with the Spanish lady? She said there's a plane spraying red gas and that there's a chemical attack coming. This one reeks of Amantia and seeks to put you in another world. On a lighter note, got that jet fuel when you need to pep in your step because there's a change in the jet stream. They say it's due to climate change, but it's resulting in faster, bumpier flights. For those that really love that thrill ride experience, I guess, but many said it was too strong for them. Some were so out of it they even had to go to the hospital. This one hits like Nick Diaz, and Nick Diaz jumping you. Whatever the cause, the changing of the jet stream is fascinating. Enoch's wind portals, future video plug. Completing the land-air-sea combo, I got that fish scale. Operating more like a shield, this deep scattering layer is obviously a hydroponic selection. This freaky phenomena of the ocean floor beneath the ocean floor, this second seafloor seemingly to change depth throughout the night, based on sonar readings. But this mystery's been attributed to a layer of animals 300 to 500 meters beneath the surface. These animals all reflect sound and sonar because of the way their biology is made up, creating a false bottom effect. Kinda cool. Aside from going deep, this one will scatter the layer of unwanted presences. Magnifying glass, this organization is called NOAA and has a white dove for its logo. Interesting look at the earlier world and floods coming up. This one also comes in a hybrid called tsunami, because a new fault line in Vancouver City could be trouble for Canada and the West Coast. Hopefully not. While you make your selection, remember that living water. The only thing that's really going to quench that appetite. All right, I'm out. Be back soon with more fire.
Wow, guys. So I believe that everyone who hasn't just watched the movie needs to watch it, because what the guy just said, I've watched it before. I just watched it yesterday, and really, the revelation seems very true. They add up personally.
28-day moon cycles, and there's 13 per year. So when you think of your calendar and you have 12 months, where is the missing month? Because you have 13 moon cycles per year. So where is the missing month? It's something we don't think about. You have 13 28-day moon cycles, but you only have 12 months in a year. Where is the off month? And this is why when I say connecting to the moon energy, you can see that the same cycle happens every single time. So where is that month that we're missing? And then you start to say, well, what season are we actually in then? Because if we're always missing basically a month all the time, then that would mean our timeline is very incorrect, or our calendar is very incorrect as well. You know, and as somebody just said, we switched to the Gregorian calendar and we messed up all our cycles. Yes, we did. And that's the thing. We don't even know what day or year we are in. This is where it gets crazy. You know, someone could say, well, today's 2023. According to who? Who told you we're in 2023? And then, what month are we actually in? And if you create this confusion, you can then control the people, because they start to believe, well, I'm in 2023. Well, what happens if you were in 2023? Like 1023?
Wow.
Then what? You'd really start thinking things different. Because, you know, if you start thinking about the calendar and now everything's thrown off, you'd start there and go, oh my gosh, wait a minute, this is what year we're in?
Yeah.
Wait, what month are we in? And then we start going, oh, well, what season am I in? And then who created that up too? Who made up that number? You know, that's the other part. You sit there and go, maybe what happens if we're in like 5,046? You know? And then you sit there and you think you're still driving a car with 20 miles to the gallon in 5,046.
Wow. Guys, there's a lot of things this guy said, and it's really
Hold on,
really true, guys, because if there's one missing month, then as I said, it has really caused our timeline to change, and there are so many things that doesn't add up in this world, guys. Our time, the year. So even we're not even in the year 2023. No, we are in a different time zone or different year that we have no idea of. Guys, let me know your idea of what the man said, because it's very creepy. Personally, this is creeping me out.
Your hats, folks. Brace yourselves for a mind-blowing revelation that will shatter everything you thought you knew about our planet. Forget the age-old debates about the Earth's shape. What if I told you it's not just round or flat? Imagine a world where our Earth extends far beyond the 7 continents we've grown accustomed to. Picture this, Antarctica. That icy mystery at the bottom of the globe isn't just a barren expanse. It's a colossal ice wall concealing an astonishing secret. Beyond this frozen barrier lies a hidden realm of not just 7, but a whopping 20 additional continents. That's right, an entire map waiting to be unveiled. Now envision a journey beyond the ice wall, where the intrepid explorer stumbles upon a treasure trove of uncharted lands. What if these hidden continents harbor prehistoric beasts, extraterrestrial beings, and advanced civilizations that have eluded our awareness for centuries? But the plot thickens. Whispers of a clandestine map circulate, revealing the existence of these hidden lands. Theories abound that these mysterious continents hold the key to astonishing discoveries. Ancient creatures, otherworldly beings, and advanced societies that defy imagination. Hold on to your seat, because there's more. Some speculate that the 7 continents we call home are nothing more than a massive farm or business venture. A select few powerful families allegedly control this vast enterprise, with the epicenter of their influence lying beyond the enigmatic ice wall. So buckle up for a wild ride through uncharted territories, hidden truths, and the possibility that our world is far more expansive, complex, and a wee inspiring than we ever dared to imagine.
So there's this.
Oh my God, guys. Oh, do you know why I love this? I love making these movies or these videos because I get to watch videos that will just make me go crazy, making me think the whole day. Wow. This is very creepy, guys. This is very, very creepy and scary.
Fire department in Livermore, California. And in this fire department, they'd have this.
Before that, let me know your comment below, guys. Let me know your idea, comments. Let me know your thoughts on what these things. So if beyond this big ice wall that's at Antarctica, then if there are other worlds out there, then why is it hidden from us? And if where we called our world is like a farm or a business venture for a family, then guys, we are just living in a playground, guys.
Light bulb. This light bulb has been switched on for over 100 years, and this bulb has never gone out. It's never just stopped working. Or in other words, it's never expired. So if they can make light bulbs that last forever, then why don't they? Let me tell you about a funny little thing called planned obsolescence. This is when a company designs a product to expire after a certain amount of time, so that way customers have to keep buying the product over and over again. For example, not a lot of people know this, but inkjet printers have smart chips inside that prevent the printer from being used once the printer has printed a certain number of pages. And nylon stockings, which are known for being so fragile today, right? Did you know that they were once made to be unbreakable? Yes, the original nylon stocking. So unbreakable that no one was buying any new ones. And so they decided to weaken the material so that way they could sell more tights with a shorter life cycle. If you make a product too good, then people will never have to buy it again. It can't make us products that last forever because all of us would only be one-time purchasers. There are some people who feel that planned obsolescence is just a theory. So get in the comments and let me know what you think. Do they make products bad on purpose? So that way we have to keep buying their bad product over and over again.
Guys, my opinion is this, guys. I believe they plan to make the products with an expiry so that we can buy it all the time. Because if a bulb can be on for almost 100 years and it's still working, then why is our bulb just died off within 3 months or 2 months? Why do we buy gadgets and they don't last long? Because that's the idea. So if we are one-time purchasers, then it means that the business ventures don't make much money. So that is the idea, guys. That is my thought and my opinion on this. But let me know yours at the comment section, guys. And guys, thank you very much for watching. I believe this videos really creeped you out and made you really think a lot. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.
Movie, I suggest you check it out as well. Now, I've looked into many different dates for these. I've even looked into a Bible verse that happens with this, because this one is the same channel. This scene when the daughter and the father are in the room by themselves and they're watching the announcement is on channel 1114. You see them two standing, and then you see 2 lamps on. There are 2 olive trees and the 2 candlesticks standing before God of the earth. You got to ask yourself, why would they spend so much time on this scene? And right here, nobody's pointed this out. Let me show you. What I believe this says, I think it says deep state. Why would they waste time on this scene? What I want to talk about is Tesla, and I'm going to offer you a new thought with this Tesla scene. This Tesla scene happens an hour and 13 minutes and 42 seconds into the movie. Tesla earning announcements are happening on January 24, 2024. What do you think is going to happen to Tesla stock? What happened in that scene? This boat scene is about 47 seconds long. When we realize that the boat is going to crash to the shore, to the point that the boat crashes onto the shore, it's 47 seconds long. Why is the number 47 important? Because the world oil reserve has about 47 years of oil left in it. I could go on and on, but we're over 3 minutes now. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this type of content and you want to see more, keep me motivated by sharing this, by commenting this, by liking this. And I really appreciate you. Thank you very much for your time. This is all for entertainment purposes. I do not wish any of these things to happen. Goodbye.
Oh my God. Guys, I've watched the movie. I watched Leaving the World Behind just yesterday. And personally, I never discovered what this guy just discovered in the movie. This is just creepy, guys. The movie, personally, when I watched it, I didn't get the whole idea, the whole concept. But I think there are critical clues in this movie that are pointing to some strange stuff, guys. And what the guy is saying, if it is true, then we need to be careful. But if not, then this is another conspiracy theory, guys. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.